I'm joined by Jean Lawson from the Seniors Association.
Yep.
Welcome, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you, yeah, and I hope you had a good New Year and all that stuff, and here we are in February already.
I know, feels like spring, but it is February, that's right.
I don't think we had winter.
I know, it happened there maybe one day.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
And you've got a big event coming up.
We do. Our annual celebration of books and music sale is coming up on February 16th and 17th. It'll be our 14th year holding it, and we've got more books than ever. We fill our gymnasium from top to bottom with books of all different genres, fiction, mysteries, coffee table books, gardening books, all sorts of things, and can't wait for the event. It's always a good thing. I usually stock up on my own books and stuff as well, but we have a great team of volunteers who've been organizing them all into the different genres, so it's well laid out and well appointed on the day. So somebody comes in and says, you have science fiction books, we can point them in the right direction, and we have an area for children's books, art books, all sorts of things and stuff. The mysteries and fiction, of course, are the hugely popular area, and people will spend hours looking through them. We're selling them for anywhere from $2 to $5, depending on the book and whether it's a paperback or a hardcover and stuff. And it's a great couple of days. If you're looking to stock up for books, this is the event to come to, that's for sure.
And then when you finish the book, keep it and donate it back next year in time for next year.
There you go.
Your
there
15th.
You go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
And we actually have bookshelves at the Senior Center, and people can donate them back there. Or once a month on the third Friday, they can exchange 10 books for 10 free books.
Oh,
so,
I didn't
yeah.
know about that.
Yeah, every
right.
month. Yeah, so if you can come in and bring in 10 books or puzzles and exchange them for 10 more books or puzzles.
Good to know.
And stuff. So it's only on the third Friday of the month, but it's very popular, and we have volunteers that help everybody out finding books to add to their list.
That sounds yeah, and I like the idea that they're broken down into genres, and because most people they have a certain kind of book they like.
That's right.
Or a certain author.
Yes.
And
yeah.
authors usually write the kind of books that they like.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. You don't wander mindlessly around trying to find something.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah, people have lists, and for sure, of the next, Danielle Steele they want to read, or
right.
James Cameron, or and stuff, and they just they're ready, or Louise Penny, as we were just talking about,
right? Yeah,
because she's been quite a prolific writer herself. And yeah, they've got a list. We try to, once we start to lay them out, we try to at least group the authors together so that people can find them fairly easily. So.
And now you call it books and music. What's the music part of this?
Yeah, we were getting a lot of CDs, DVDs, cassettes, and vinyl, and that was a hugely popular thing as well, and it just made sense. And puzzles, crossword puzzles, or not crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. Another hugely popular thing, especially in the winter months. There's nothing like sitting around and having a cup of tea and doing a puzzle and stuff, and people love those. So yeah, so we get a lot of puzzles, and quite a bit of music and CDs and DVDs. So people are ready for those and stuff. There's still some of us who have a DVD player.
I was going to say, right, yeah.
And with vinyl records, that's all coming back.
I heard that,
yeah. So people are always keen, and sometimes we get sheet music and all sorts of things.
Oh,
so there's a little bit of something for everybody.
Sounds like it. And what's kind of neat at the Senior Center that, you just be tired of looking, go and have a little bite to eat.
That's
and a
right.
cup of tea at the little cafe.
Yeah,
and
the cafe will be open
yeah.
on Friday afternoon, and the sale starts at 1 o'clock on Friday and goes till 6. And then it's back in at 8 o'clock the next morning on the Saturday, till 1. So the cafe will be open, and yeah, you can take a break, browse through a few books, and then decide what you're going to get for sure.
What a good idea.
Yeah, and we'll have lots of volunteers who'll help them out, direct them, and make sure that they're finding
yeah.
what they were looking for.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, do you have enough volunteers?
We can always use more volunteers. All of the organizations in Kingston are suffering from the lack of volunteers. Seniors Association is quite lucky because many of our members are retired and they have the time and stuff. I always say many hands would make light work. When it comes to things like packing books and unpacking books. I never think there's too many volunteers. But many of our organizations in the city are looking for volunteers. We didn't quite get the return that we hoped for after COVID kind of settled down. There's still that nervousness for a lot of people around getting sick, or maybe they found different things to do. It's hard to know. But I belong to the Kingston Area Association of Administrators of Volunteers, and about 25 nonprofit organizations that are volunteer driven, and they can use a lot of help. So, and there's quite a few organizations that need support in the area.
So why should somebody be a volunteer?
You know, I always say it gives so much more than you give. It's heartwarming. It can be so fulfilling. You can learn something new. It's educational both for you and for the people that you're helping. It's something that constantly gives. And if you don't find the right role right away, there is something else. There are other, and even with our organization, we have completely volunteer driven. We have 600 volunteers to help our 20 staff members. And I always say, if this doesn't suit you, we'll find a role that will, because, if you don't want to serve coffee, maybe you want to sort books. And if you don't want to do that, you might want to teach a class. And we have all sorts of opportunities. And the Kingston area has all sorts of opportunities, from Meals on Wheels to Sexual Assault Crisis Center. There's so many things that could use the help of volunteers, and could develop more programs if they had the support. So it can be so fulfilling. You can be on the ground floor of something new and innovative, getting things started. Or you can fit into what has existed for a long time and still needs the support of many volunteers and hours and stuff. You can mentor children. You can help people who've come to this country and are trying to learn a new language, all sorts of things.
It really is, there's no limit to it. And even if you've done something entirely different your whole career, this is something that if you always wanted to be a teacher, well, you can teach English as a second language.
That's exactly right.
You're helping somebody, and it's a good feeling.
It's
is. Like a best kept secret to be a volunteer.
Yeah.
And I just always thought everybody should give something back.
Yeah.
We're very lucky in many ways, and if you think that you've never benefited from someone who's a volunteer, well, if you've ever gone to the Grand Theater, that's the one who shows you to your seat.
That's right.
And takes your ticket.
Domino Theater, the Grand Theater, so many places. City Hall tours. They're all volunteers.
That's right. Yes, we are. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And so many in the auxiliary of hospitals.
Absolutely.
It's amazing what's available. And so interesting.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
And you meet new people and you have this common interest. And
yep.
So anyway, but this fundraiser is a biggie. All
It
right.
is a big
Tell me
event.
again.
Yeah.
Tell me
so
again.
It's going to be on Friday, February 16th, starting at 1 till 6 p.m. that Friday. And then Saturday morning, February 17th, from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's at the Senior Center on 56 Francis Street, just south of St. Lawrence College. And it'll be in the gymnasium. There'll be signs and everything up, and you'll be able to find it quite easily. Come and browse for hours. It's like coming into your best bookstore. and you'll find some hidden treasures and hopefully some new authors, and find some old ones that you haven't read in a while.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's going to be a good event, and the volunteers have been working hard, so can hardly wait to see all the people from the community come and enjoy it.
I hope you reach your goals.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for coming in today.
All right.